Hello, my name is Amy Hall. I'm an attorney with Montana Legal Services Association based in Helena. We provide assistance to Montanans who cannot afford to hire private attorneys in all kinds of civil matters, including matters related to employment. And that's what I wanted to talk about today. What are your employment rights related to the coronavirus? So there are 3 changes that have been made related to employment rights. The first is to unemployment. Then there are also changes to paid sick leave and emergency family medical leave. So I want to hit on all of those. The good news first about unemployment is you are eligible for weekly unemployment benefits if you are out of work due to the COVID-19 pandemic, including because of the stay-at-home order for all non-essential workers. Those unemployment benefits were temporarily expanded to cover individuals who are not traditionally covered, including those that are self-employed or gig workers, independent contractors, and workers with irregular work history. So those folks would not be eligible under the usual unemployment benefits, but a federal law has been passed. It's called the CARES Act, C-A-R-E-S, and it expands unemployment in these times of the coronavirus crisis so that those non-traditional workers are, in fact, eligible for unemployment. So what does the Act do? It adds an additional $600 per week for the weekly unemployment compensation benefit for full-time workers to the amount that is usually provided by the state. So this $600 will come from the federal government, and that's $600 per week to workers who are unemployed related to the COVID-19 pandemic. And that situation is expected to cover unemployment periods occurring prior to August 1st of 2020. So maybe you're not employed, maybe you are employed now, but you become unemployed later, like in May or June. Can you still apply for unemployment related to COVID? And the answer is yes. If your unemployment is related to the epidemic, you can apply for these extended benefits through August 1st of 2020. If you're already on unemployment, you don't need to reapply to access this new benefit. It will automatically be included in the benefit calculation for you once this federal $600 a week becomes available. Additionally, the federal law adds an additional 13 weeks of benefits to our usual Montana benefit. So that increases to 39 weeks total, the amount of time that you could possibly collect unemployment benefits related to COVID. So if you want to apply for these unemployment benefits, you can apply online at montanaworks.gov or call the Unemployment Insurance Division at 444-2545. They are not accepting any in-person applications because of social distancing, so be sure to apply online or over the phone. The other changes related to unemployment are that you don't have to wait a week. You used to have to wait a week after you became unemployed before you qualified for unemployment. Now you don't. There's no 1-week waiting period. And you aren't required to provide proof of your job search while you're on unemployment and receiving the benefits. This unemployment, the extended unemployment, can also be used to cover parents who have to stay at home because their children's school or daycare has been closed related to the COVID-19. So those extended unemployment benefits are really huge benefits for Montana workers. And they're intended to provide some safety net to folks because everybody knows that your obligations, your financial obligations in your everyday life continue, and hopefully those unemployment benefits will help you meet those obligations. The other two benefits for employees related to COVID-19 are paid sick leave. Even if your employer didn't have any paid sick leave, the federal government has now passed an act that supplements an employer's usual policy of sick leave so that you may have some paid sick leave available. The other benefit is Emergency Family Medical Leave Act that was also passed by the federal government. So the act is called the Families First Coronavirus Response Act. It was signed by President Trump on March 18th. It helps the U.S. combat and defeat COVID-19 by giving all American businesses with fewer than 500 employees the funds to provide employees with paid leave, either for the employee's own health needs or to care for family members. So there are two important points there. One is that the act benefits employers with fewer than 500 employees. So if you work for an employer that has more than 500 employees, this act will not benefit you. But you could still talk to your employer about what assistance programs they may have started related to COVID-19. The sick leave that's provided by the federal act is an additional 80 hours of paid sick leave at full pay in addition to the employer's usual sick leave for full-time workers. So if you were working full-time before you got laid off due to COVID-19, you can be paid through sick leave if your employer had sick leave at the time of your layoff. And then after you exhaust all of that employer's sick leave, the federal government provides an extra 80 hours of paid sick leave for you if you were full-time on top of that. The other benefit under the federal act is the Emergency Family Medical Leave Act. It covers parents who have to stay at home because their children's school has been closed, and it covers the benefits at 2/3 of the worker's pay. So you don't get full pay under the Emergency Leave Act, you get 2/3 of your usual pay. And it kicks in, this emergency leave pay kicks in after the employer's usual sick leave is used up. So once you've taken all the leave that your employer allows you, usually, then you can apply for this emergency family medical leave and get 2/3 of your pay for the days that you have to stay home related to COVID-19. Thank you for your attention to this message. My name is Amy Hall. I'm with Montana Legal Services. And if you need help with any issue related to your employment, please feel free to contact us. You can apply online through our website at mtlsa.org. Call us toll-free at 1-800-666-6899, or you can find all kinds of legal information about your rights on our website, which is montanalawhelp.org. Thank you.